All right, guys, it's Wednesday, day 3 of the Creating Your Superhero Staff Challenge. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm so excited to be with you tonight. I'm hoping that everything is going well, everything is good in the neighborhood. We're going to let Facebook let everyone know that we're on. Thank you. We're going to let Facebook let everyone know that we're on. But it is day 3. This week is shooting by super fast, right? And we are so excited that you decided to join in with us this week for the Creating Your Superhero Staff. Make sure that you've signed up to get notified when we go live. That's a great way to make sure you don't miss any of the action. Last night we had a phenomenal time. Night 1, we talked about our role as the leader CEO in our childcare business. And then last night we talked about really the difference between meetings and training and how to effectively communicate with our staff. And so tonight we're going to talk about finding those leaders in your staff. So do me a favor. We always start with the question, how many years have you been in the childcare business? That's what I want to know. Let us know how many years you've been in the childcare business. We want to know more and more about you. Tag your accountability partner. Make sure that you have your pen and paper because we are about to get started. Hey everyone, we're stepping into greatness at the Childcare Millionaires Retreat. I'm so excited just to meet and connect with everyone. I can't wait until day 2. Today we learned how to rest, how to rejuvenate, how to build relationships, and how to have a Candyland experience in our childcare centers. I'm so excited to be here with you. It's your coach, B. Woods, the Millionaire Midwife, signing off. See you guys tomorrow. That's what I learned today. Thank you all for coming. Thank our speakers and thank our guests. We love you. See you soon. All right, guys, we want to welcome you to tonight. Hopefully you guys are ready for a phenomenal time. So the question of the night was, how long have you been in business? I see 17 years, 21 years, 14 years, 13 years, 19 years, 13 years, 26, 4, 30, 16. Oh my God, we're rocking and rolling. So much experience. Brenda, 9 years. Christina, 5 years. Cheyenne, 5 years. Go ahead, if you're just hopping on, let us know how long that you've been in business. Natalie, 11 years. This is such a rewarding business, and I love to see the longevity. 7 years. I'm going to tell you, for me, there have been some different strides, in business where, man, you get to another level, you learn something new, you're able to run on. And then there are times where you get exhausted and you have to take a break and take a deep breath. But I just want to tell you that I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished. Oh my God, Nicole, it seems like so much longer than 4 years. Tamicia, 16 years. This is awesome. Guys, we have so much collective wisdom. And that's why it's so important that as we talk in the Facebook group and we talk on our challenges, that you guys share your experiences and you share your stories as well, because you guys are powerhouses. literally in yourself, right? And so I just come to remind you how powerful you are. I just come to remind you how blessed you are. I just come to remind you that everything in your business is working together for the good. That is my role. I'm coming to encourage you, to remind you, we don't have a give up spirit. And some of you, oh my God, Queena, 30 plus years. Can you guys just salute that? That is awesome. When you really dedicate your life and your profession to the betterment of young children. I just think that that is absolutely beautiful. Go ahead and congratulate each other in the chat. I congratulate you. It is very beautiful that you have showed up in such a magnificent way for the children in your community. Now, I have another question before we get started. How many centers does everyone have? Okay, go ahead and drop in the chat. How many centers do you have? And if you want to be good and say, I have 2, but I want 10, you can also tell me how many you hope to open, you know? So, right, we have 3, we hope to have 10. I'll start first. From 3 to 10, Lord, keep us and bless us. Keep us and bless us. Keep us and bless us. Well, tonight we're going to continue with our superhero challenge. I'm so pleased with everyone doing their assignments. I'm so happy every time I see someone post their assignment and post their aha moments and what they've learned. I just get excited because a lot of times we come to things but we don't implement, right? But you guys are becoming implementers. You know, there's a saying that iron sharpens iron, that when you are in an environment where everybody is working and growing together, it's easier for you to grow. So I'm so excited that you guys have been dedicated over the last 2 days, and we're going into day 3. Most of you know who I am. My name is Brandy Woods, affectionately known as the Millionaire Midwife, helping you get your millions while I get mine. I am your childcare success coach and leading you through this 5-day challenge to create your own super staff. I absolutely love what I do. We hope that if you are just tuning in tonight, you'll go back and you'll watch day 1 and day 2. And I talk about myself and my journey a little bit more. But I remember when I started my business, and I actually remember what motivated me to start. And one of the things that motivated me to start was I was so discouraged with the public school system. And I was so worried that we were reaching kids too late. How many of you have ever felt that way? That if you really wanted to make a difference, you were just going to have to work and work with younger kids. By the time kids would get to school, they would be so far behind. Literally, they would be so far behind. And so I was like, if I'm going to make a real impact in education, I really want to move from, at first I was in elementary and then in middle school, then in administration. I said, I want to move from here and be able to touch younger children. One of the things that really gripped my heart one day, I was in a curriculum meeting, and I used to work for a really large district, and I had 22 elementary schools assigned to me, and I was over the math department. And I was listening actually to some of the reading teachers talking about the prison to preschool pipeline. Have you ever heard of this? The prison to preschool pipeline? Sometimes it's talked about in Congress. Sometimes you hear about it on the news. But literally, they were tracking kids based on their behavior and reading ability. Literally, behavior from preschool, reading ability from 3rd grade, to determine how many prisons to build. My heart was crushed by this conversation. I mean, literally, my heart was crushed. And I began to think, oh my God, we have to make an impact earlier in these children because they don't stand a fighting chance. Right? They don't stand a fighting chance if we wait until they get to 3rd grade. Kimberly says that's why I started. I feel like our kids didn't get it before they entered the school system, and they did not stand a chance. Right? I had a very good job, Tanya. But this is some of the things that motivated some of us to start. And I want you to go back to that first moment that you started. right? And you wanted to make a difference, and you still want to make a difference today. And that is the bloodline that we want to infuse in our staff. So I'm so happy to be here with you on this journey to make a difference in our communities. So we decided to do the Creating Your Childcare Super Staff Challenge. Again, we did it in April, but we knew that so many people were hurting. And how can we make a difference if we don't even have the tools that we need to make a difference? So over the last 2 years, we've held a lot of different events to support childcare owners. And I'm so excited that you have decided to join us in the Creating Your Superhero chat. Angela said she had this conversation with a parent today. This is blowing my mind. Absolutely. If our kids don't go to school ready, their chances of matriculating into college, their chances of getting a good trade, it lessens. So if we can give them that foundational skills where they're not frustrated entering into school, then we can really help the babies that we serve. So in this challenge, we have 3 goals. One of our goals is to help you create a super staff. The second goal is to help you work on your business and reclaim your time and not just in your business. And 3, we want you to work efficiently and we want you to work effectively. And so we want to help you to increase that efficiency and that effectiveness. So guys, you're going to need your challenge pack. Tonight, we are going to be using page 20 through 26. I think there are over 50 something pages, and some of the pages have hyperlinks for tools that you can use in your center. So most of you have your challenge pack. If you have your challenge pack and you're ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. That's right, Quentin. She says we are changing the narrative. I love it. So guys, this is how you win for the challenge. Make sure you set your alarm. You're ready to go at 7. You have your challenge pack handy. I suggest that you print it out. Do your daily assignments. Some of you guys are posting your badges. It's never too late. You can go back to day 1 and still post your badges. You want to post your badges, and you definitely want to join the conversation in the group. Make sure you're getting your text reminders so you'll know exactly when we're starting. Who got a text reminder today? So here are the badges. You should have posted 4 badges so far. And tonight we have 1 badge that you can earn, and that's called Share the Cake. And we hope that each and every one of you do it, because this is really the heart of the challenge. This is really the heart of the challenge. How can you find talent in your staff, right? So make sure you earn this badge today. And then we have 2 other badges. We want to see you at the Childcare Millionaires conference. And then we're going to be talking about tomorrow how you can pursue $33,000 per employee. So please make sure you tune in tomorrow. All right, we're going to give a giveaway. Tonight, we're giving away one of our journals. In order to win the giveaway, you want to write down the keywords. Last night, I did better. The first night I did awful, but I'm guaranteed to do well tonight. The vet is going to let me know. The vet, are you on? The vet, please let me know if I don't give out the keywords. Christina says she got her text. If you just signed up, it may take a day to get reminders, but if you've been signed up since the beginning, you should have reminders. And so I will make sure. So I know that they are sending out texts. And they send out in a ripple. So you really should get them by 7:30. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all for letting me know. Sade, hopefully you're out there and you're looking and you're on it. I know that you are. So then we have some grand prize winners, right? These are people that are showing up. They're earning their badges. They're sharing the video. They're doing all of the things. They're doing their homework. Right? They're a part of the conversation. We're looking at 3 for 3 people. And we have 3 gifts that we're going to give away. One is a laptop. Oh, Lord, I need one too. I may have to do buy one, give me one. $100 Southwest card and a 6-pack of walkies. So hopefully you guys are setting your intentions on the prize that you want to receive. So tonight is day 3. So what were y'all saying yesterday? We had some great feedback on yesterday's. Christina says, I've created the skeleton for my agenda and our staff appreciation and retreat next week. Prior to last night, I had absolutely nothing on paper because I couldn't figure out where to start. Oh, congratulations. This assignment helped me overcome the meeting minutes procrastination, which definitely frees me up to enjoy our time just much more is when we arrive. I love it. Tiffany, the badges are on the business page, and they're also in the Facebook group, and there are directions of how to download them there. Cheyenne says, day 2 badge, got my weekly agenda all set up, and I'm excited to introduce KPIs when we meet. Who remembers what KPIs are from last night? I love it. Leslie says, here we go. I'm having a staff retreat in 2 weeks, and creating the agenda was something I've been putting off. See that procrastination? Doing this homework made me get my bullet points together for what I want to talk about. And I also have a plan when we meet with my staff for the rest of the year. Come on now. Leslie, in it to win it. I love it. Janice says, I know the difference between a meeting and coaching my staff along with cascading messages. The cascading messages will stop that meeting after the meeting. Hey, these are our decisions. These are our actions. And this is the message, the resounding message, the cascading message that should be going throughout that building. All right, Lisa said, yes, I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of you too, girl, for putting in the work. I normally don't do the assignments from challenges. Who can say that they're guilty of that? I can say that I've been guilty of that too. Who can say, man, I've taken some challenges and I listened, but I did not put in the work. But I made a promise to myself that I'm going to do all the work so I can see the results. Girl, I'm so proud of you. I schedule meetings with myself and trainings with the know-how to be a superhero leader for my staff. And that's what it takes, guys. Just changing your actions so you can get a different outcome. And I love this one from Aaliyah. She says, you know the results are working from the first challenge when you come back just to make sure you don't miss anything. And I love this. Aaliyah is doing challenges with her staff because she loves the format so much. So sometimes, guys, when you see something and you know that it works, giving people a little bit of information at a time, it works. So this is one of the strategies that Aaliyah picked up, and Aaliyah and others, we're glad that you're back with us again on today. And then we want you to make sure, guys, that you are earning this badge. We want to see you in Houston in November. Be there. I didn't look and see if anybody else had posted this badge today. I know some of you grabbed your tickets yesterday, so congratulations. We are giving away some bonuses. Last time we did this event, we did a boot camp, and we're going to be giving away that recorded course if you get your ticket. Plus, you get a free ticket. So it's better with a friend, right? So our tickets are all free sale, so you can get a buy one, get one ticket if you buy the $7.97 ticket. Plus, both of you will get your conference swag bag and some other free recordings. So we want you to do that. And the Super Staff Bootcamp comes with 20 administrative hours. So come on, I love it. So please be there. Tiffany said, oh, and I created a challenge next week for my staff. Good job. Did Wednesday check-in with my staff today. Put staff trainings on my calendar. Come on. This is what it takes. Just implementing those small things that's going to make a big impact. So I congratulate you, and I definitely salute you. We're not going to go through the day one messages, but we are going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and give the first KPI. I'm coming in hot, y'all. I'm coming in hot, but I cannot give out the first keyword until someone tells me that they've shared this video. Please, please, please share this video. Okay, Tanya, I will definitely let you know which one. because I can send you the pre-sale one. All right, everybody, tell me when you share this video, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Thank you, Cheyenne. Cheyenne be on it. Cheyenne said, listen, I'm in it to win. Christina, Leslie, y'all are on it. I love it. Let me get to day 3. So, guys, do me a favor. Make sure that you have your challenge pack. You need a pen. You may need a highlighter for tonight's lesson. And if you notice, I'm getting into tonight's lesson quickly because we have so much to discuss. And tonight's lesson is going to take some thought because we're going to have to really evaluate our staff in our mind to be able to see who is the emergent leaders in our staff. Now, tonight we're going to come to the realization that there's some people that's on our payroll that's not on our team. Yeah. We're paying them and they're showing up, but they're more like warm bodies. And for me, I want to get rid of the warm bodies. Anybody else want to say bye-bye to the warm bodies? I want to say bye-bye to the warm bodies, and I really want to focus on the people that's on my team, not just on my payroll. And as a matter of fact, my mantra is you can't be on my payroll unless you're on my team. So Tanya is with me, no warm bodies, right? So Sharon said, peace out. Yes, bye-bye. But we learned last night, a part of people not functioning the way that we want them to function has to do with our training and our communication. So now we've done what we needed to do. We've taken into account what our role needs to be in our business, right? If you've done that in day 1 and you've taken accountability for yourself as a leader, go ahead and put leader in the chat because that's who you have to look at first, the leaders. The second day, we took accountability of our communication, knowing that maybe we were not giving the right communication in order to get the right product that we wanted to out of our staff. So first thing we have to do is take grasp of our leadership. And the next thing we have to do is take grasp of our communication. And now we're going to talk about today, how do we find the jewels that are already in our building? Tomorrow, we're going to talk about finding new people. But today, we're going to talk about how do we have a great benefit with the staff that we already have. So keyword number 1 is KPI. Keyword number 1 is KPI. Last time, please don't put it in the chat. Keyword number 1 is KPI. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about how you can share the cape. You don't have to be the only hero on your staff. You don't have to do every single thing. You don't have to be the only one that leaps over the wall and flies in and, you've done 100 tasks before people even come in at 7 o'clock in the morning. You've already done payrolls, printed sign-in sheets, talked to parents, put out a right well message. You've done payments. You made sure that there's milk. You put on some oatmeal. You've done all of that, and people haven't even came in yet. We know that you know how to be the hero. But it's time for you to share the cape. Share the cape is the idea that you transfer your superhero powers and you share them with others. So you don't become, like Monica says, a one-woman show. Because what happens when you get tired? What happens when you get sick? What happens when you want to go on a vacation? One of the things that happened to me one time, Christina, and I know that you will appreciate this because you're always listening. Hey, Yolanda, this is the first time I've seen you on. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If I missed you before, welcome tonight. One day, my husband said to me, he was like, hey, I'm so proud of you and everything that you do, but, I don't want the end of you. I don't want the very scrapes of what's left of you. How many of us are giving our family the bare minimum of us? Because by the time that we get home, we don't even have a cape left. We don't have an ounce of energy left. And when he said that to me, if my first inclination was to get offended, right? I was like, what do you mean? I'll give you that was my first inclination. And he said, yeah, I'm getting the least of you. And that was one of the days that I really realized that if I didn't begin sharing some responsibility in my business, that I was at risk of losing my why, and that's my family. When I can't show up to my baby's recital, and when I can't get to my best friend's birthday party, when I can't have a quality of life, that means I'm not delegating as a leader. How many of you want to change that? And you're ready to step into that entrepreneurial role. You're ready to step into that space of time freedom and financial freedom. That's what sharing the cape is about. Sharing the cape is giving you the ability to do more because there are more people working on the behalf of your business. Let me take that down. Great. So tonight we're going to learn how to share the cape and to identify super skills of the people on our staff. Because there are people on your staff that can help you. And tonight we're going to be using pages 20 through 26. So in the chat, real quick, what are some hero attributes? What are some things that make a person a possible hero on your staff? I'm going to give you a moment to put a few of those things in the chat. Leslie says dependable, punctual, they're quick, helping others, someone who takes initiative to get things done, fun, dependable, truly love the work that they do. Hey, Allison, welcome. Punctual. Oh, flexible. Flexible. Some people are so stringent. If you change one thing, they fall apart. They fall apart. Creative. Initiators. Proactive, right? These are some things that make people heroes on our staff. Trustworthy. Oh, Lord, she said the T word. She said the T word. Positive attitude, self-motivated, committed, communicate with others, reliable, passionate, transparent, positive, not COVID positive, but a positive attitude. Y'all, I crack myself up. Sometimes I have to give jokes to my own self. Oh, Lord, teachable and training, right? All of these things to us make our hero attributes. So here's some that I have. They're critical thinkers. We talked about people just not having common sense anymore. But what if we get some people on our staff that really were critical thinkers, that were confidential? They knew how to hold information that needed to be held. They paid attention to detail, right? Going back to checking faces, feet, bottoms, and your clothes for each student. Communicative, trustworthy, follows instruction. And you guys gave a whole other slew of things that you would want to see in this person. I want to free you up tonight. Everybody on your staff is not going to have all of those things. But we're not even looking for everybody tonight. We're looking for your 20%. How many of you have ever heard of the 80-20 rule? If you have, put 80-20 in the chat. If you've heard of the 80-20 rule, I want you to put 80-20 in the chat. Great. So the 80-20 rule says that 80% of your staff is going to, 20% of your staff is going to do 80% of the work. Now, I know that may be crazy, but some of you are 10% of your staff and you're doing 100% of the work. So let's see if we can figure out who the 20% is that we need to worry about. One of the reasons that a lot of us are frustrated, let me help you out. I'm about to piss somebody off again. I do it every night. I don't mean to. One of the reasons why some of you are frustrated is you trying to work with 100% of people 100% of the time. You can't do that. You should have learned that in high school. There were times where you could not be with all your friends at the same time because it just did not work. Right now, to really change the tide in your business, we got to find the 20% of the people that you really need to work with. You got to find your core team. Y'all with me? Core team. What is the 20? Who are the 20% of the people that you really, really, really can depend on? Who is your core team? Who's your 20? If you don't want to type them, write them down. I know my 20%. And when I started working with this core team to impact change, I was less frustrated. And you know what? They were less frustrated because I could say things to them like, hey, you guys are my core team. I'm depending on you to carry this ship. And not only am I depending on you, I'm going to compensate you for carrying this ship. You are my ears, my eyes, and my feet. Without you, we can't do this. And because I was recognizing them and motivating them, right, the external motivation, they were internally motivated to do more. But I went ahead and called a thing a thing. You are my 20%. You are my go-to. You are my core team. And all of that core team may not even be administrators. But you got to identify your 20%. All heroes do not have to be administrators. Some of these people are just good people on your team. They may not even have all the computer skills. They may be old school. They may be younger than the other people on your staff, but I need you to identify them. Once you've identified your 20, I want you to put 20 in the chat. Who is your 20%? So if you have 20 staff members, who are your 4 core people that you know that you can depend on? Who are your top 5? If you have a small staff, who is your top 2? That if rubber hit the road and it have to be just you and them, you know they're going to show up. Who is that? Hey, Natalie. I hope y'all can make it to Houston this time. When they say I got my 20%, it's a no-brainer. I got it. So this is the 6 steps to creating your superhero staff, right? Many people think it's a hard, complicated formula. It's not, but it is 6 steps to it. So, hey, Denise, once you identify your 20%, this is what you want to begin to do with them. You want to begin to give them a cape. You want to begin to make them heroes in your business. And I find that this simple process is easy when you follow it. A lot of times we make a big mistake. And the mistake that we make is we try to train people to do everything that we do at one time. Okay? That's a mistake. It overwhelms people. What you need to do is you need to identify your combustion points. Now, combustion points are the things that keep you up at night. Combustion points are the things that parents complain about. Combustion points are the reasons why staff have meetings after the meeting. Okay, so give me some examples of combustion points. Give me some examples of combustion points. One of our combustion points used to be food service. Oh my God. It was like food service was like the bane of my existence. I was like, listen, y'all can keep your money. I'm sick of this paperwork. I'm like, Lord, I'm sick of this paperwork, right? And because I was so sick of it, I said, I have to find a different way to do it. So I found heroes on my staff that really didn't mind doing paperwork, that had really good attention to detail. They didn't mind rectifying POS and inputting things in the system. But that was one of my combustion points. At the end of the month, I would be there tired, inputting things in the system, figuring out how much milk I need to go to the store to buy. That was a combustion point. Cheyenne said cleaning. That's a combustion point for me, right? Communicating between the shifts. Teachers not doing lesson plans. This is a great when you can find a hero, right? The wrong things going home, wrong bottles going home, wrong blankets, wrong. I had a kid go home with 2 mismatched shoes before. Jesus, how did that happen? Right? Call-offs and filling in tardy, someone said was one of their combustion points. Bus runs, having enough people to help you fill transportation. So listen, menus and shopping. Oh, Renee, when my son learned how to drive, that was one of the things that he committed to. Because I would go shopping sometimes and I would have 6 to 8 baskets. And now we order a lot of our stuff, but some of the stuff that we order is just cheaper to go and buy. Oh, Lord, yeah, that's a big one. That is a big one. So, guys, here's the 6 steps to creating a super staff. 1 is identify one of those things. Not all of them, but identify 1 or 2 things. And then go ahead and create an SOP. And the way you can think about an SOP is ideally, how do you want someone to handle this? On an ideal day, where the sun is shining, right? How do you want a person to do this task? Right? Step by step by step. And then test the steps with one of your heroes. See if the hero can follow the steps so you can train them. And then meet routinely to build confidence. And when they have that task, add another task to them. All right, so let me tell you how this goes. So let's just say menus and shopping, since Renee put that out there. So you have a cook or you have someone who cooks the food, even if that's not their only job, right? So if that's a combustion point, you guys don't have what you need. The first thing we're going to do is create an SOP, right? Let's create a shopping list or an inventory list. The next thing you do is you have that person help you take inventory of everything that you have in that kitchen. And then you guys write a list on Wednesday of what you're going to need for the rest of the week and next week. And they give you that list, right? Or you guys build that list out in Instacart at Sam's or Walmart or wherever you shop. And you guys do that for a few weeks until they can do it on their own. And the only thing they're asking you is, hey, Miss Renee, can you approve this purchase? That's it. Because you work with them. Now, it may take you 3 weeks to get them proficient in this process. But now you've gained your life back for the rest of the 49 weeks left in the year. Let's take another thing, calling off, right? So with calling off, there's not necessarily SOP, but then one of the things that you can do Because a lot of you said, I have problems with people calling out or not coming in. One of the things you can do with that is change the way that you schedule. I'm going to tell you, I have several different scheduling ideas depending on how many staff you have and how many staff you need. One of the things at one point that really curtailed our call off is when we went to 7-hour shifts. We went to 7-hour shifts. Nobody wanted to miss a day. But either you worked in the morning or you worked in the afternoon, so you could schedule your doctor's appointments, your meetings, whatever in the morning. But this also gave everybody a buddy. So basically, if your person that worked for you in the morning or worked for you in the afternoon couldn't come, we already had a built-in person. We also schedule a floater on both shifts. Most of the time, this floater has a classroom. Most of the time, this floater has a classroom. So I'm not wasting money. And if not, going back to the cleaning schedule, I think Tanya said this too, going back to the cleaning schedule, we learn how to use those extra people to clean and do tasks and help with paperwork. So one of the things that you can do when it comes to scheduling is don't schedule everyone for a 10-hour day or an 8-hour day. If you can schedule like a 7-hour shift for somebody that works 6 to 2 or 6 to 1, and then their partner works like from 11 to 6, what happens is you get to overlap, you get time for training, you get time for prep, you get time for chores, and people are not getting exactly 40 hours, they're more likely to come in. But normally, you'll be able to give them those extra hours as people call in, call off. You have COVID issues. So the scheduling is one of the ways that you can do that. I don't really do the 4-day shifts with a day off because that doesn't really work. Because everybody always wants Monday or Friday, and that does not work. But when you schedule for 35 to 38 hours and you have 1 day a week where everybody stays late for you to do your staff meetings, people are not exhausted. One of the reasons why people call in is because they're exhausted. And then they just start lying. So you can do that if you have enough staff. But if you don't have enough staff, that's hard. Let's just say you don't have enough staff. What do I do when I have staff that needs to work 10-hour shifts? I give them like an hour and a half lunch where they maybe have from 12:30 to 2, or they may have from 11:30 to 1. And so getting that longer break allows them to rejuvenate. So there are several things that you can do with those kind of things. But to get tasks off of your plate, you want to go back to this 6F series because you want to show people how to help you. You want to train people how to help you. A lot of times we just meet with people and we be like, hey, can you help me with this? But they don't know how. So we get frustrated because you ask them, hey, can you work the door during dismissal? But they didn't know what they're supposed to say to parents or not say, right? They didn't know how to answer the phone. They didn't know how you like your messages to be given. So one of the ways that we create heroes is we train them on one extra task at a time, right? Absolutely, Kimberly, you have to show people how to help you. You have to show people how to help you, or they will think that they're helping you and they're truly frustrating you. And that's when we take stuff back, right? And then people feel like, oh, she doesn't value what I did. But if we can show them how to help us, if we can show up in a different way and we have a system, like, I'm not going to give you a task without giving you instructions. How many of us are guilty? If so, say ouch. We've told people, hey, can you help me do something? But we didn't give them any instructions. Can you check the first aid kit? Sure. They go in it, they look in it. Yeah, looks great. Well, what is it missing? I don't know. Oh, here's the paper with everything that should be in there. Let me know what's missing, right? And this is how you actually show people how to help you. Because a lot of times we're asking people to be heroes, but we haven't given them the tools to really help us be a hero. And that's an issue. Okay, I guess Facebook thought we needed a little break. If you guys are still here, just stay there. Thank you guys for being patient with that little break. But absolutely, sometimes we want people to help us, but we haven't give us the tools. And then we start to micromanage it, or we take it back, but we really didn't have the correct system for them to help us. Right? So, all right, thank you guys for letting me know. I'm going to try to get the PowerPoint back up. Give me 1 second. Shouldn't take very long. Y'all love me so much. I love y'all too. So in order to really create these heroes on your staff, okay, you have to have a system of training. I like to give people one thing extra at a time. So some of you said, hey, I have a really great pre-K teacher, or I have a really great toddler teacher, right? And you can train them to do things for you during nap time. If you can shorten shifts, you can also have a hero time or a day that they help you, or you can assign certain tasks to certain people. There's so many ways that you can create heroes on your staff that allows you the ability to show up better, because you're not trying to do everything yourself. Yay, we're back up. All right. Yay, because this is not in your packet. So make sure you take the screenshot. And you want to train them on one thing at a time. One thing. Let them master that thing. Check in with them. See, sometimes people will have a better way to do it after they do it a few times. Give them checks and balances. Give them feedback. Positive and corrective. Hey, thank you for doing this. Next time I would like to see this. Now, this was great. I didn't even expect that. Right? And then as they get proficient in that, they can do something new. So we have one hero on our staff. She does the homework every week. She loves it. She makes the copies are nice and neat. She types out the instructions, and she does the homework for the whole center, right? That's something now that teachers don't have to worry about, administrators don't have to worry about. But we taught her, hey, your pre-K homework should have 5 activities. Your toddler homework should have 3 activities. One of these activities needs to be tactile, means something they can do with their hands. It doesn't all need to be paper. That we're going to have a review sheet for parents to know everything that we're learning this week. That's her job. On Fridays, she's going to hand that over to the director, right? And that's it. She enjoys it. Nothing else to it. She's not an administrator, but that's one task that she do. Now, it took us probably about 2 weeks helping her do it, but not every week. We don't have to worry about that. So I want you to think of one thing that's a combustion point. What's one thing for number 1? What's the one thing, maybe first thing that you want to get off your plate? The one thing you want to train somebody on. So you can make them a superhero. You can share the cake with them. So here is one of the activities in the workbook. And this activity is on page 26. And we're about to go through some of the hero roles that you can do with your staff. What are some things, some different capes that you want your staff to wear? And then you can literally start putting who would fit this cape. Like sometimes we do customer service calls, and we have really this one staff member who's really friendly, and she is great at customer service calls because we call all of our new students 2 days after they start, 2 weeks after they start. So on Tuesdays every week, she does customer service calls. And it's like, hi, this is Miss Woods from Imagine Me Academy. We're so happy that Jeremiah is at our school now. We wanted to make sure you didn't have any questions. And if so, she takes down the questions and she can answer them. She does, because she has like an FAQ. And then if not, she says, well, I don't know the answer to that, but I am going to research that and I'm going to get back with you. And sometimes the parents are having a hard time getting on Brightwheel. So the next thing we have to train her for is how to troubleshoot Brightwheel, right? So they can get the messages. But our parents love the fact that they're going to get a call. And then we call every parent once a month. Every single parent once a month we call them. Now we do this in stages. If their last name ends in A through F, I think they're the first week. So they rotate in weeks by the alphabet of their last name. And we're just calling, hey, this is Miss Woods from Imagine Me Academy. We're just calling in. Everything is going great with Jeremiah. We just wanted you to know how much we appreciate you. Are you getting all your messages? Is everything going well? Those calls have saved us our life. They help us retain kids because a lot of times we really only talk to parents when we need something, and that's horrible customer service, right? And then if we're consistently talking to parents in person, on the phone, on our apps, when something happens, they're least likely to get upset, right? They're least likely to get upset. So on this chart, you're going to look at the hero roles I'm about to go through, and then you are going to decide maybe who could fit that role right now that's on your staff, right? How can I grow leaders on my staff? And then if a person can do 1, 2, 3 things well, then this person may become a lead teacher. This is a person that you may want to invest in helping them get their CDA. This is a person that you may to invest in helping them get their director's credentials or giving them a stipend because they're adding value to your business. They feel valuable. They're more likely to stay. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. She said, I'm so glad someone shared this video. I told you I'll keep sharing. Some of us don't have a leadership issue. We have a training issue. Once we get better at training, our leadership naturally arises. That's exactly what we talked about yesterday, right? And so as we want to grow our staff and we want to share the cape, you need to realize everybody doesn't have to be an administrator to help you. So here are some of my hero roles. I'm going to go through these fast. So what I want you to do is take screenshots. But if you have your challenge pack, the roles are in your challenge pack. All right. Stephanie, I know that you're new. If you don't have your challenge pack, the link is above. Every day, there are about 6 to 10 pages that we're going through in the challenge pack. And there are also some resources that you can use after the challenge with your staff. All right. Anybody else, this is your first day, let me know. I would love to welcome you. So, customer service hero. Now, I know that Monica is big on customer service. I think I saw her on. Yes, I saw her on. Monica is really big on customer service. So, you can have a person, not a director, guys. I want y'all to understand this person could be a director, but not a director. This is something anybody can use. Hey, Nika, welcome, welcome, welcome. This person can do parent calls. We create tour bags. Sometimes we're creating Christmas bags, Easter baskets. This is this person, right? They love making people feel special. They do the birthdays for the staff. They do the birthdays for the students. When it's the center anniversary, they give the certificates for that. And sometimes this person is also like can be your management system guru, right? So they can send out happy birthday messages on ProCare or Brightwheel or Pre-to-3, whatever system you use, right? Or if you have a referral program, they can give out the referral rewards. This takes a whole situation off your chest. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I like this person, but this needs to be a friendly person, right? A friendly person. This cannot be your center grouch, because they cannot be, hey, this is Miss Becky from Becky's Academy. We just called them to say how you doing. We know you're no. This person needs to bring joy and light to your center. Somebody has to be the joy and the light of your center, right? So someone is going to be a person that wants to have this conversation. How many of you feel like you need a customer service hero? And you know someone who can fill this position? If so, on your chart, go ahead and write their name in there. Like, listen, I need this person. My mother was this person for me for a long time. You know, she would love to go and order stuff off of Amazon. She would make treat bags. Now we've grown too far beyond that, and she's my food service compliance manager for all of our centers. So, you know, she gets to talk and, you know, she trains this person, but we needed this because this is what keeps people happy. Happy parents return. Happy parents spend $10,000 a year per kid with you, right? And if you can keep them for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, that relationship, that one phone call a month can gain you $70,000. Okay, I'm gonna get off of it because we got other heroes. Our next hero is our enrollment hero, right? Our enrollment hero for us is our assistant director. At both of our centers, it just happens to be our assistant director. So they are responsible for promotions. They do most of the tours and the scheduling of tours. We use a system called IntelliKids. They are the person who makes sure all of the entries are in IntelliKids. They do follow-up calls for tours. They make sure the welcome day packets on the first day. If my kids go home on the first day and they don't get a welcome packet, they don't have a crown, a certificate, a blow pop, I don't care, a glow band, they have to have something on that first day. But they also track the progress of our marketing efforts, you know, so they report to me, Miss Woods, we had 5 tours this week and we had 2 enrollments. Right? So they actually help me track the process. At times, this person may help me order signage or collateral if we need to like do more welcome packets, or we need to order some more branded folders or things like that. This is normally our assistant director, because this particular job, if you're doing it right, you know, my goal is that every center that I have enrolls at least 12 kids a month. If we're not at capacity, that's the minimum amount that I want to hear about. I need a fresh dozen every month. Fresh dozen. You know, we got 240 seats. We need a fresh dozen. Oh, good question, Christina. Collateral is like any brochure that you have. Collateral could be a business card, a postcard. It could be a branded enrollment folder. Any of those things are they're called collateral. All right. This person also makes sure that the paperwork is tight and right. I haven't physically myself enrolled a student consistently in years. I know how to do it though. I can give a bad tour. If I give you a tour, you coming. You bringing your cousin too. But we have a person at each campus that's responsible for this. Oh, my next hero is our technology hero. You can find a young person on your staff that can do this for you. So, how many of you have tablets or computers, or you got Wi-Fi? You have any of those things? If so, put tech in the chat. If you have any of those things, put tech in the chat. I'm located in Houston, or outside of Houston. Okay, so we have tech in our building. One of the things that we have is we have tablets that can hook up to our TV, so that we can use our curriculum. I don't even know if y'all know that now. But now they have like adapters that can go from your phone to your TV, where you can put anything that's on your phone on the TV. We went to all smart TVs, so we don't do any cable anymore. So one of the things that your tech person, you can equip them with is, hey, here's the Wi-Fi password. So when people need to hook up a different device, they know, go to Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany can help you hook up any device, right? Miss Tiffany can make sure all of the walkie-talkies are plugged. Guys, if you're hollering through your building, Jesse, it's time to go home. If you are screaming in that building, and you better get you some walkie-talkies. We also use walkie-talkies on a daily basis. Our walkie-talkies, they have earpieces, but if they are outside, we ask them to not take the earpieces because they need to be able to hear everything. But our tech person, they can make sure the walkies are plugged at the end of the day. They tell me when we need batteries and all that kind of stuff. And so we use our walkie-talkies. Walkie-talkies are very effective. If the state is in the building, you can say, hey guys, we have a visitor. You may have a code when the state is in the building. We always say, that we have a visitor in the building. If we have a tour, when we see that tour is here, we'll get on our walkies and say, hey, everyone, our 10 o'clock tour is here. So, bam, they already know, right? Even though I shouldn't have to tell them, it makes a lot of sense. When we see infant parents pull up, we let the infant room know that that parent is here, because everybody that wears a diaper, pamper, or pull up in my building, when their parent picks them up, we change them then again. I don't care if you changed them 5 minutes ago. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. I want them changed again. Please stop yelling at those people. Miss Lewis, send Jeremiah. I just can't stand it. Sometimes I'm in some of your centers and we're doing visits, and it just makes my skin crawl. Or you have someone walking through the building grabbing kids, when for $100 you can have a solution, right? So these are some of the things that our technology heroes do. All right, something maybe they take them an hour a week, but it gives you someone. Hey, someone says, hey, Miss Woods, my tablet is not working. Hey, go to Miss Tiffany. Miss Tiffany can help you. So Miss Tiffany has extra chargers. Miss Tiffany knows the Wi-Fi password. Miss Tiffany has the passwords to all the devices. She's the go-to, right? Freeing up my time. Next hero is our food service hero. Everybody needs this hero. Food service equals money. Everybody put that in the chat. When you do your food service correctly, it should equal money. That's the bottom line. Every child on average in our organization is worth about $100 a month, right? So I'm expecting that $14,000 food service and reimbursement if I'm doing my food service correctly. So this is a hero. I think if you have over 100 students, this is almost a part-time position. If you have less than 100 students, right, you can probably do this between your director, assistant director, and a hero. So one person does not have to do all of these things, but you do have to have a person with your food manager's license, right? Some of you may have a cook that fills all of these positions, but some of you do not. But making sure your POS and your sign-in sheets are correct, you can teach someone how to do that so easy, right? Having someone that can help you at the end of the month put all your paperwork together and help you make copies. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do that. Someone who can look over enrollment forms, and if a parent is missing something, they can put a sticky on it and let you know, or they can call the parent. Now, when it comes to like your meal production, your grocery list and things like that, that's more an administrative task, but you definitely need help with the food service program, right? I have one of my ladies, she just tells me how much milk we have in the building every Tuesday. Every Tuesday, she's going to let me know, Miss Woods, this is how much milk we have in the building. Right? She is my milk monitor. How many of you have ever had your school call you and say, Miss Woods or Miss Burns, Miss Ghostin, we only have 1 gallon of milk, and you want to kill them? Like literally, you want to, literally. So many of us can't afford a food service specialist. So we don't have over 100 students. If you have over 100 students, food service is going to take you 15 to 20 hours a week. Hands down. My food service manager opens my building at one center. She's open, she does food service, and then she leaves. She works 5:30 to 1:30. And that building has a food service manager. My other one, the assistant director, is a food service manager, and she works in the evening. But both centers has one person dedicated to food service. If you're a small center like Quina, she's a small center. She can take 19 students. Can she afford a food service manager? Probably not. Can she take time and train somebody how to do POS and how to put that in Minute Menu or Center Pilot, whatever software system you're using? Absolutely, she can. Can she have somebody keep up with how much milk they're buying for the month? Absolutely, she can. Right? Can she have someone to help her make the grocery list? Yes, she can. So don't think because you're a small center that you don't need help in this area or you can't afford help. And it doesn't mean you have to implode their salary. It means, hey, during nap time on Tuesdays, help me do food inventory. All right? Or every day at the end of the day, me and you are going to go through and we're going to check and make sure all the kids were marked for all the meals. That checks and balance, something that will take them 15 minutes a day, but it improves the health of your program overall. So our second keyword is hero. Our second keyword is hero. All right, I'm going to go through these other heroes kind of fast. Transportation hero. How many of you do transportation? If so, if you have vans or buses, put vans and buses in the chat. Yeah, we have handwritten forms that we have to keep, but we do put them in the computer. I feel for you guys that don't have a system. Oh, Lord. So for those of you who do transportation, you can have a person on Mondays and Fridays. They do like a weekly vehicle inspection. They make sure the cars are gassed up, make sure that the tires are good. They update the transportation binder. If you have new students, they put their enrollment form in the transportation binder. They make sure every kid that needs a car seat has a car seat. They make sure that the first aid kit is filled. They make sure that the fire extinguisher is good. Our person does this. Actually, they do it on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's when we gas up. We don't do anything extra on Monday. And Tuesday at 10 o'clock, they do the vehicle check. Every Tuesday, 10 o'clock, when they come in, they do the vehicle check. Every other day, they come in at 11. But Tuesday at 10, they do the vehicle checks. They can go and get gas, and they can do all the things that we need to do. They don't take it to get an oil change, but they do make sure that I know when it's time. Yeah. So you can have someone do that for you. So people are not calling you in the middle of the road, I'm out of gas. Just an hour, 2 hours a week. You can train someone how to do that. You could probably train someone to do this in an hour or two and then follow up with them the next week, give them a little checklist, and they can be able to do it forever. But it takes all the weight off of your list. Miss Woods, can I get the card? I'm going to go gas up the vans. Great. It can be one of your drivers, right? It can be an extra additional thing that you give to them that they can help you maintain that and save you a lot of time. Grounds and maintenance, you can hand that over to someone. Hey, every day, here's our checklist. You know, when you come in the first 15 minutes, I want you to walk the building, make sure that there's plugs, covers in, make sure the rooms are clean. And this person, like, they remind me, hey, we got to schedule our extermination. We have to schedule our grease trap cleaning. So there are some people that have more than one hero job. And sometimes the hero is a director. But if you don't have a big leadership team, you can train people like how to do something in different sets. And so that's why I put the heroes in sets. So you can say, hey, these are cluster of activities that are similar. And then files and compliance, you know, printing out what you need to print out, folder checks. I actually have someone that does not work for me do folder checks because do not let staff check other staff folders. Just don't do that. Just pinky promise that. That could cause a lot of animosity. People do not need to be in other people's staff folders. I will let them help me with student folders. Not help me, help the directors. But the only people that go in staff folders are directors. But you can have someone that just truly helps you with compliance. And you can train them on one thing at a time. And then add things to it. And our last one is our staff support. Who trains new staff? Who is the mentor to new staff that's not an administrator? Because a lot of times new staff will not tell administrators what's going on, but they will tell their mentor how this person can get supplies for people when they need. I need pencils. My pencil sharpener is out, right? They can collect the lesson plans. They can give notices or get signatures on things that's non-sensitive. They're the go-to to the staff. They can help with room setups. It's like a peer mentor. And one of the things that I love is my weekend warriors, right? So a lot of times, some of the things that we need to do, we can't do during the day because, to be honest with you, we just don't have time to do it during the day. So it's nothing wrong with having weekend warriors. These are people that maybe can help you on the weekend. They are not permanent employees. On the weekend, you don't have kids, so you don't have to worry about background checks and doing this and doing that. But these are people who can really help you fill in some of those tasks that you need to do. And I call these my weekend warriors. I told you guys yesterday, our administrators meet one of the first month in the quarter. Our staff meets the second. It's normally the second Saturday of the second month of the quarter. And then if I have weekend warriors, the second Saturday of every month is a Saturday that I plan that if I need to do a big project, I can do it at the center. And so weekend warriors can help you go through files. Like I have she's a good friend of mine. She does not work for me, but she's great at file audits. I give her a list of everything that should be in that file. Either she sees it or she doesn't. And a lot of times we're objective. You know, when we're looking at stuff, I know what's in there. No, when the state comes, either they see it or they don't. So having someone else help you with those compliance things that do not work for you, that you can't snow over, these are the people who can really help you, because that's what the state is going to do. The state is going to expect certain things at a certain time from you, and they want it quick. So I've learned, hey, I can get a cleanup crew on the weekend. This can be my weekend warrior cleanup crew. I can get a crew to come in for the playground, and we do a playground reset. I can get weekend warriors to come in. We're going to spot paint, and we're going to do a deep clean. I can get weekend warriors to come and help me do food service. I can get weekend warriors to come help me do file audits. So when you don't have enough time during the day, because some of you like, Brandy, this sounds good, but the truth about it is I'm already stretched thin during the day. One Saturday a weekend, go in their center from 9 to 12 and get ready. Like prep for the next week. So at the end of every month, we prep for the next month. I mean, literally, we print out all of our sign-in sheets for the next one, all of our POS. We want all of our curriculum in. We want everything that we need for our teachers. You got to get ahead of the work so you can do the day-to-day management as directors. And you got to get away from the day-to-day management as owners so you can think big picture, right? We talked about this. So you can think ahead, so you can be more growth focused. All right, guys. So that brings us kind of to the end of day 3. We have about 14 more minutes, and I want to show you something in your packet. So on page 26, you're going to go through all of these heroes that we provided for you. And you're going to start putting names and faces to some of those activities. You're going to go back through that 6-step process. The 6-step process says, I'm going to identify what I want to work on. I'm going to teach that. I'm going to create a procedure if I don't have it. And the procedure is just the steps that you want them to follow. We're going to test those steps out, right? And then we're going to train. And then we're just going to make sure over time that they understand. We're going to check in with them. And then as they master that task, we can give a new task. Okay? I'm going to give keyword number 3 in just a minute. But I want to talk to you really quickly. Once you do this activity, I want you to post your badge. And in your next meeting, right? Because there's a difference between a meeting and a training. In our next meeting, I want you to start seeding the fact that you're looking for people to help you do special tasks, and say, who's great at organizing, who's great at paperwork, who likes to make courtesy calls. And you'll be able to see if you're on the right track with building those leaders. It's the heroes that I built in my staff that became my directors. Literally, every director I have, they started with me, but not as a director. And I will hire directors. Well, I will hire assistant directors and then promote them after 3 months. But I don't normally hire a director off the street. I try to promote from within because they have learned the system over time. They've learned the expectation over time. Does that make sense? So what hero are you going to start with? What hero are you going to start with? What hero are you going to start with? Go ahead and tell me in the chat. Is it better to do the food program yourself? I use Childcare Resources. So Octavia, I'm assuming that Childcare Resources is a sponsor. This is my take on using a sponsor. I think you should use a sponsor if you don't have a dedicated team to food service, because at least a sponsor is going to give you some checks and balances if you're not great with paperwork and you don't have a designated person. Now, if you have a designated person, of course you can save the 15% administrative fee. But I've negotiated my administrative fee down because I've been with my sponsor for a long time. But I don't miss the money that I give to my sponsor. I don't mind because I don't want to make food service my main thing right now. I'd rather open more centers. So I decided to use a sponsor. But I know many people who self-sponsor and they're doing just fine. They're doing just fine. It's really I'm not going to say it's the same amount of work, but your workload only increases probably by a few hours if you're your own sponsor. It's really the initial paperwork that's going to take you more time in the beginning. But I think you can be successful either way, but you have to know your strengths and your weaknesses. So that's my take on that. Okay, a lot of you said, Christina says this staff support. Hey, my staff is feeling a little unsupported. I feel like if I had someone to go in their rooms every week and ask them what they need and get them what they need, that they would love that. So my staff support person, she goes around literally Tuesdays and Fridays, getting them what they need. Friday for the next week, Tuesday checking in. And that really works. I need a pencil sharpener. I need this. I need that. I need construction paper. And she just fills in their orders. Enrollment in marketing. Yeah. We always have 30 marketing packets on hand. We also have our marketing packets online. We want people to call to confirm tours. Even though we have IntelliKids and they get a text and an email, we also follow up with them after their tour to see if they have any questions. This is great. I would love, yeah. Oh, yeah, Christina, there are a few people who are in here that are self-sponsored. I don't see Aaliyah on right now. If you are your own sponsor, drop it. Christina wants to connect with you. Why, Allison? Allison, no. The food program to me is free money, right? Because I'm going to feed the kids anyway. I might as well get reimbursed. The only time that I would say not to do the food program is if you don't qualify for the reimbursement, right? But most of us will. Like, the food program for me, probably over the 8 years that I've been in childcare, has probably afforded me an extra $2 million. So I would definitely, Allison, look into the food program. What state are you in? Cheyenne, absolutely it's okay to keep some of the capes. I only suggest you picking a few things at a time to help train your staff on, right? Just pick a few things, because if you pick too many, you're not going to fully be able to train them at one time. So Sonia says she's self-sponsored. Tanisha is self-sponsored. Yeah, you guys definitely, I want you guys to connect. That's what Childcare Millionaires is all about. I started this by saying I'm not the only rock star, right? I am a rock star and I love rocks, these kind of rocks. But we do it better. We do it better together. All right. So listen, I really wanted to talk to you guys tonight before we get off, and I'm going to give the last keyword right now. The last keyword is success. The last keyword is success. And you can go ahead and text your 3 keywords to the number where you get your text reminders, and I will give away the prize at the end to 2 lucky winners. Kimberly, yes, free money. Free money. I mean, my food program definitely pays for all of my utilities, all of my food, my cook, and at least one of my administrators. Free money. I really want to give a big invitation to the Childcare Millionaires Conference in Houston. We have, I want to say, around 38 people registered. We are keeping the numbers small. We're keeping the numbers at 75 so we can social distance. And I know I've been talking about it, but I want to slow it down tonight, and I want to really talk about the Millionaires Conference and what we're going to be doing. So our theme for our fall conference is setting the stage for success. And that is our third keyword. I don't know if I said it 3 times, but success is our third keyword. And for those of you, where to text, if you're signed up for our text reminders, we text you today and you can text us back. If you're not signed up for our text reminders after tonight, go up top and register for our text reminders because you have to have it in order to qualify for the prizes. All right. So in Houston, Texas, November 5th and the 6th, we'll have our 5th, 6th, and 7th, we'll have our Childcare Millionaires Conference. Last time we had our retreat, it was phenomenal. And one of the things that people really talked about was being able to collaborate with one another, being able to be in the same space. So starting next week, we'll be releasing all of our speakers. I promise you guys, we're going to have quality speakers like we did before, but we really want to set you up for 22 and beyond. So I have some questions for you. If you want to grow your business in 2022, I want you to put grow in the chat. If that's your goal next year, hey, next year I really want to grow my business and I want to grow my revenue, I want you to put grow in the chat. If your goal next year is to stabilize your center, like I'm good, I don't think I'm going to expand or open another center, but I really want us to get stable. Like I really, 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 really want us to get stable. I want you to put stable in the chat. One of the people who are going to be talking at the conference is going to be talking about, growth and how we can buy other centers, not necessarily start them from scratch. I feel like that's a good topic for us because there's so many empty daycare buildings. Oh my God, have you taken a ride in your city? Whew. Not only are there so many empty daycare buildings, there are so much money floating around for you to grow. So we want to talk about setting the stage for success. We want to talk about your leadership and getting you in your true leadership role. We want to talk about growth. We're going to talk about money. You can't go to the Millionaires Conference without talking about money. There's so many tax credits, grants, programs out here. But many of us, we've gotten all this money and some of us don't know what to do with it, or we don't have good accounting. We don't have a CPA. So we are going to do some business training, like administrative training at the Childcare Millionaires Conference. So it's not a shallow conference. Yes, we will be there. Yes, we will make sure that you guys have a lot of fun. But this event is meant to catapult you in a different mindset, in a different set of habits to grow your business. What we're doing right now is a buy one, get one free. That way you can bring your director, you can bring your spouse, you can bring someone important to you, or two of you maybe want to get together and say, hey, I'm coming from this city, you coming from that city, let's get in here and let's do it together. On top of the buy one, get one free, we have some other bonuses. Earlier this year, we did a SuperStaff boot camp that went further diving into what does it really take to build your staff? Like, what can you do? We even showed them how to build a staff portal. You get access to those videos. Both people get their swag bag. We also are going to include our back to school recordings because there was so much good information. Whether you bought your ticket today or last week, you get these bonuses. The only way you get the free ticket, though, if you're buying it, the new ticket, the $7.97 ticket, because the pre-sale ticket doesn't have a buy one, get one. I wanted to make sure, because guys, it's really the time to implement. We can talk all day and we can start making strides, but if we don't implement the things that we do, and if we don't get out of our business to make decisions, and we don't become owners, and we don't become directors, we're going to remain technicians, right? We're going to remain the people doing the work, and that's not your role anymore. But in order to implement the things that we're saying, it takes several things. One, it takes time. You got to invest time in your business. The next thing is you got to have a strategy. You have to have a strategy, right? And even though we're talking about staff, we also have to have a strategy on improving ourselves as a leader. How can we train our staff and we don't get trained? So that's why, guys, I want you to come and I want you to take time. Many of you will tell the story and you'll say, Brandy, I'm gonna do it. But 2 weeks from now, you'll still be hosting just meetings and not training. You'll still be doing everything in your business instead of creating heroes, right? You'll slip back into being the technician. And I don't want you to do that. So I want to give you guys some ongoing support, even leading up into the conference. That's why we're doing this challenge this week. And next month, we're going to be doing an enrollment boot camp that's absolutely free. So many times you promise yourself, like, girl, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change. I'm going to do what's best for my business. And you didn't, right? And I can say that I've been there too. I said I was going to do it, but something overshadowed it and I just didn't do it. And I don't want you to fall in that trap. So that's why we really encourage you and invite you to join us, because we've all been there. We've all said we were going to do things and we had the best of intentions and we just didn't do them. So I want you to take time and leave the four walls of your business and to come get recharged. After being in the childcare business for 8 years, I had to change what I was doing because I was literally burnt out, stressed out, right? I was operating my business in a way that was really stressful for the first 5 years. But I've learned how to operate my centers without being a prisoner. Y'all will see me any given day in a different city. I've learned how to create an amazing self-sufficient team. And I'm not just saying that. Those of you who know me for real, know that I live this life like every day, right? And I've learned how to enroll students fast. I've learned how to keep them. I've learned how to, really focus on customer service. And I've learned how to make 7 figures year after year. Like, I don't have to think about, am I going to have a 7-figure year? Because the answer is absolutely yes. But it wasn't that in the beginning. I didn't know ways to optimize my budget. And so now we teach other people to do the same. And I discovered these things the hard way, right? I made promises I couldn't keep. I lied to myself. I spent thousands of dollars on crazy stuff. I worked 12-hour days, 16-hour days. I felt unsupported. I felt stressed, burnout. I had limited cash flow. I had to learn how to leverage and use other people's money. And I neglected my family a lot. I neglected my family a lot. And it wasn't until I realized that I didn't want this life that I had to change. And I can remember going to an event and I cried that night and I said, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be a public success and a private failure. Have any of you ever felt that way? But that's the way I felt. I feel like into the world, I'm successful, but to my family, I'm a failure. To myself, I'm a failure. I don't want my business to be in order and my life to be in chaos. So I had to learn how to take time away from my business and really invest in myself. So the easy way, you can grow, you can be profitable, and you can have freedom, but you got to take time to work on your business, right? You got to take time to reflect on the things that are working and the things that are not working. And I'm going to be honest with you, you're not going to do that in your center because you're too bogged down with the day-to-day. So we truly invite you to come and be a part of this and learn some different strategies and different ways to actually grow your business, to become a part of a family. We are really family here. We want you to use the collective energy of everyone. You saw she said, well, who's a food service sponsor? And everybody's like, I am. I can help. Let's talk, right? And in a lot of communities, nobody wants to help. In a lot of communities, they block out help. And I don't want to do that. I'm not a sponsor. I can't help you. Who can help her? Let's help her, right? That's my philosophy. So we want you guys to get support. We want you to get collaboration. We want you to have self-care. We want you to delegate. We want you to make more money. We want you to get funding. But we also want you to set boundaries. And one of the biggest boundaries that you need to set is what you need as an owner. And you give everybody everything else they need, but you give nothing to yourself. And I feel like that's a problem. So investing in myself became one of my biggest assets. When I began to learn how to really run a business, I knew how to teach. I knew how to teach because I had been a teacher, but I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know how to motivate people. I didn't know the money rules. I didn't know the accounting rules. These are things I didn't know that my behaviors were self-destructive. You know, we talked about our feelings doesn't matter. I didn't know wearing my feelings on my shoulder was tearing my business down from the inside out. I had to get out of my feelings and get into strategy. I had to get out of my feelings and find a way to really grow my business. Right? And we want you to join us. You get the boot camp for free. You get all these training hours and all of this stuff. You get a free ticket with the conference ticket. We did all of these great things in boot camp, and you'll get all of that for free. But I want to know, will you join us in Houston? We really want you there. We really, really, really want you there. Kimberly, we've been seeing you online, but we're ready to see you in person. Christina, I'm so excited that we're going to get to see you in person. I know you signed up. Tanya, Queena, some people, they're just not going to miss another event. And the reason why they're not going to miss another event has nothing to do with me. So y'all can tell them that. Like, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not the only speaker. I may not even be the best speaker there. And I saw someone says that, hey, one of my favorite other childcare people are on there. Hey, girl, I invite you to come and speak. Listen, because there's enough for all of us in childcare. The conference is about you growing. It's about you breaking away. It's about you refocusing. It's about you being self-aware of your needs. It's about you pouring into yourself so you can pour into others, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And several of our childcare millionaires will hit the stage. They will tell their story. We'll have phenomenal speakers, great vendors. We're going to be in the Galleria area in Houston where there's food, shopping. We're going to have a millionaires ball. We feed you. We feed you lunch. Last time, I think we had filet mignon and salmon. Our goal is for you to come and be a part of something special, because you're special to us. So the link is childcare events with an s.com. If someone can drop that in the chat, I would definitely appreciate it. But we want you guys to come. We want you guys to be a part of something great. Be a part of something great, because it's not until you get out of yourself, it's not until you get out of yourself and you learn new things that you're able to really, really, really grow your business. And I don't want you just to believe me. I want you to hear from a few of our other childcare millionaires that came to the conference last year.
Yes, I'm from New York. It takes a Village Academy 1 and 2 Child Care Center for the Child Care Millionaires Retreat and Conference. Today is day 1 and it has been fabulous. Ms. B. Woods opened us up with some great motivation speaks about how we are going to come together, join together, build together, and take over as child care millionaires and get our coins. LJ came on and reminded us that our centers are a direct reflection of us. We need to be proud of them and give our family something to remember us by. Dr. Connie came in and closed it down, inspiring us and letting us know that now is our season to grow, to be accountable, and to hold each other at a higher standard. This was a great day 1 opening. I'm so happy to be here.
Stacey said, make sure that y'all get y'all coins together, right? We want to make sure that you come. We made it easy for everybody to come because we want you to bring someone with you. Bring someone with you. And if Sheena on, Sheena, I have something special for you. Let's hear what Nicole had to say. Sheena, are you on tonight? Because I saw Sheena do something amazing today.
Hi, my name is Dr. Nicole Holman. I am from Houston, Texas. I'm here at the Childcare Millionaires retreat, and I just want everyone to know that being here at the retreat has been phenomenal. It really does take a village, not only with growing your center and your staff, but growing your mindset as an owner and director. So, with that being said, I encourage you to start getting your coins together so that you can be here with me next year. I see you in 2022.
All right, guys. So I just really want to thank them for doing those testimonials. But someone is asking, does the hotel include it? Girl, no. There's no way that we can do a conference and include everyone's hotel. Not in the Galleria for $797. But for the $797, it does include two tickets. So we really invite you to go. So Sheena made a post today. Y'all, everybody give Sheena some love. Sheena does not know that I'm doing this. So Sheena came to our conference, our retreat last year, and she really pressed her way. Like, she pressed her way. Not only did she come, she brought a host of people. Yolanda came with her. Georgia came. They all came, and they had a phenomenal time. And today, Sheena put out a post. She said, hey, listen, I'm going to another conference. And guys, I encourage, hey, everybody, there's so much you can learn from other people. Go learn it. I love you. I know you love me. Come back. So Sheena put out a post today and she said, listen, I have an extra ticket to this and I want to give it to someone. And a lot of people was like, hey, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. Sheena could have kept that ticket to herself. She could have let it fall by the wayside. So Sheena, because of your benevolence to others, I want to gift you with the ticket to the Childcare Millionaires Conference. I know that you sent me a message about coming, and I know that you were pressing your way. But when you give, you should receive. That is a biblical principle. It says, give and it should be given unto you. So men give unto you, right? Press down, shake it together, running over. So I want to give you a press down, shaking together, running over blessing from us at Childcare Millionaires to you. We definitely want to sponsor you to come to Houston. So if you can take care of getting here, we will definitely take care of your ticket because I see the heart in you. And we are so excited that you have transitioned from a home to a center this year. And we know that is a big financial responsibility. And so I just felt compelled to bless you on today because you have blessed so many other people. So congratulations. I hope whoever you gave that ticket to enjoys it. I hope you guys have a really, really, really good time. But when you give, sometimes we don't always expect something in return, but as soon as you posted it, I felt the unction, that's the word I'm going to use, the direction to make sure that you were taken care of. Blessings on blessings. All right. So congratulations. Now let's give out our prizes because we are a few minutes behind. Who is going to get our journals for tonight? And we're going to end. If you guys have any questions, let me know. But while we're doing that, tell me one thing that you learned tonight. One thing that you learned tonight. Tell me one thing that you learned tonight while I pull up the winners. Tell me one thing that you learned. And hopefully some of you will be in Houston with us. We are very excited about everything we have planned. Okay, winners. Sorry, I should have been pulling this up while I was talking. All right, here we go. Winner number 1. Winner number 1 is Christine Evans. Are you on, Christine? Oh, I don't know this person's phone number. I don't know your name. Your phone number ends in 5592. It's a 713 number. Yay. I'm reading your messages, guys. I'm trying to get the first winner to confirm. The first winner to confirm. All right. Is Angela Burns on? Angela Burns. Angela Burns. All right. And I have one person. If you claim it, I will definitely give it to you, but I'm going to call out a second name. But your phone number ended in 5592, but it has no name. And the next person is Daphne Andropoulos. Daphne Andropoulos. Hey, Angela. Okay, Angela, you're one of our winners. So we need you to text us your address and your email to that number for day 2. Congratulations. And then Daphne, if you're on, claim your prize. And it looks like it's Andropoulos. Daphne Andropoulos. All right. I'm going to delegate to my staff, give them projects. I'm going to share the cake, share the responsibility. I learned to delegate my tasks in these set of roles, the 80-20 rule, find out who my core staff is. Oh, Christine says my heart jumped. Christine, I think you're going to be in it. Oh, here's Daphne. Here's my other winner. Yay. Christina, I'm looking for the person whose phone number ends because I don't have a name, 5592, because they were actually the number. I just decided to go ahead and give another one. So Daphne, please go ahead and email us your address and your email. You guys are the winners of one of our childcare journals. We will be wailing out all of our prizes on next Monday once the challenge is over. So congratulations on our 2 winners for tonight. All right, guys, we have stayed over our welcome about 18 minutes. I hope to see you guys registering for our Houston conference. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I do respond rather quickly. I always respond within 24 hours. Make sure that if you have any questions, please let me know. And we appreciate you guys for being with us on tonight. So Octavia, make sure after you watch this video, you go to the message and you sign up for the text reminders so you can get the text. And then that's the number that you would text to. But you have to sign up for the reminders first, or even if you text us to that number, we won't get it. So the instructions is above this video. All right, guys. Thank you for another great night. We will see you tomorrow, night 4. We will see you soon, but we will definitely see you at the base. Hey, everyone. We're stepping into greatness at the Childcare Millionaires Retreat. I'm so excited just to meet and connect with everyone. I can't wait until day 2. Today we learned how to rest, how to rejuvenate, how to build relationships, and how to have a Candyland experience in our childcare centers. I'm so excited to be here with you. It's your coach, B. Woods, the Millionaire Midwife, signing off. See you guys tomorrow. Don't ever miss a Childcare Millionaires event. That's what I learned today. Thank you all for coming. Thank our speakers and thank our guests. We love you. See you soon.
Queen of Borders from Jonesboro, Arkansas. I connected with Childcare Millionaires during the pandemic. Oh, what a great investment in myself it was. I joined the membership in August of 2020. From August of 2020 up until now, it has been absolutely phenomenal. The wealth of knowledge that I have gained by being connected with this group of women, with like-minded, a support group, women who do what I do on a daily. Oh my gosh, it has been phenomenal in so many ways. The retreat on this weekend was worth every penny spent plus some. I've gained new friendships, relationships. I've gained a better sense of business on this weekend, and I recommend you to join the membership if you are at that point of wanting your business to grow.
Danette Miller, Atlanta, Georgia. I just want to say Childcare Millionaires has been an absolute blessing to me. Brandy Woods is the bomb. She has blessed my life so much till I am getting ready to open up 2 childcare centers. Childcare Millionaires is something that I cherish, and I recommend anyone to become a member. Thank you so much.